So this game Tiny Life, which is like The Sims, just got released 2 days ago. And today we're going to try to speedrun getting rich, starting with the poorest start. This guy only starts with 2,500, which is not that much. Most of that went to buying this lot for 1,550, and I chose to buy this one because it's pretty close to the library. Whereas over here, there's a cheaper lot for only 1,160, but it's pretty far away from the library. There's another one down here that's only 1030, but that's really far away from the library. And this is the only library as far as I know. I just did some initial testing on this, so I'm not sure if there's another one. Yeah, so we're playing as Carl Dirt, the town's trash collector. Has always felt that he's a bit of an introvert. And he does have an introverted trait, so he doesn't like being too social. But he is energized, so he doesn't need to sleep as much, which is pretty nice. With those personality traits, the best life goal that we could do, I think, is computer addict. And we'll now have Dirt go visit the library in his car that he somehow manufactured out of thin air. Everyone, as long as they're an adult, does have a car to ride around, which is, you know, kind of silly in my opinion. I feel like, you know, maybe that'd be something that'd be cool to have to work for. That all being said, we made it over to the library and we're now going to get a job as a programmer, and work for that will start on Monday at 9 a.m. and it's currently Sunday, so we now have a full day to level up Dirt's programming, and he'll pretty much be sitting in this chair all day just practicing his programming on this library computer. For some reason, there's normally only 3 speeds until everyone's sleeping or off the map. Then a 4th speed unlocks, which allows you to pass time really fast. You can unlock the 4th speed all the time by going in the cheat menu and typing in extremely fast, which is something I'd highly recommend, especially when you're playing with a character that is pretty much going to be sitting on the computer all the time. At about 2 a.m. Dirt's getting pretty hungry, so he's going to steal some food from a nearby neighbor. I thought this guy was going to be upset about us eating his food, but we're not really having any problems here except for the fact that Dirt is introverted, so he gets +5 towards uneasy, but he had a good interaction and had a tasty meal, so that's all great. He's going to head back to the library now. He's going to continue programming till 9 a.m. when he has to go to work. At about 9:20, Dirt heads to work, and he is pretty tired, and halfway through work he's uncomfortable, which I do think is pretty bad for his work performance. We also got this random event while working on an app. Carl stumbled upon a piece of code that had a bug in it and wasn't documented. Should he spend time fixing the issue? Probably, yeah. And it was not actually broken, so Carl is now embarrassed. He did a devastatingly bad choice at work for +5 embarrassed. Now he's very tired for +5 uncomfortable, and he's bored. He's in a really bad mood. We're gonna have him go over to this nearby house and take a nice sleep. And for some reason, people do not mind you sleeping in their beds. And he woke up embarrassed, and I thought that was because he was sleeping next to a stranger, but no, it was just because of the devastating choice at work thing. One thing I will say that's not necessarily good about sleeping in someone else's bed is I think you'll wake up more often. Although then again, I don't know. There's been 4 people just constantly going in and out of this room, and it seems like Dirt just really doesn't mind. And he's just gonna sleep the whole night. He got his energy bar all the way back up to full. It's now 8 a.m. and unfortunately there's no leftovers in the fridge, so we're gonna go visit another house. We're gonna try to use their toilet, and crap, they have no food as well. Use the toilet, take a shower, and then we're gonna go to work hungry is the only thing, unless we can somehow, let's just go to work. 9:20 a.m. It looks like he was actually able to eat at work. Unfortunately, his entertainment's at 0 because we just spent the whole night sleeping basically. I think as soon as he got off work, actually, he just went to bed. At work today, Carl got a promotion, which got us quite a bit of money. I'm not really sure what to buy first. The ornate single bed is the best bed to sleep in, versus this one's only 75% sleep effective. So I'm thinking we just hold on to our cash for now and keep sleeping at the neighbors' places. There is also a cafe that opens at 8 a.m. every day, and so we're gonna visit that today because none of the neighbors nearby had any food. It says we have to ask the lot staff to make food for us, but there's no lot staff here, I don't think. Like, this girl does not work here. Oh, this guy's the staff. He's late though. What the heck? We're gonna order some food from the guy. Let's do an eggs benedict. And that was very fast. I guess it was already pre-made from last night. What the heck? Like, we saw you just come in here, dude. I'm also gonna get a coffee if we can. Let's do the most expensive, a latte, and then hopefully we can get that done and then get to work. It's actually 9:20, so we're already late. I'll drink the coffee. This guy's standing in front of the coffee, I think, so we can't drink it. Stop. And there we go. Drink the coffee, and you got some energy back, which is good. Now we can go to work. We're already an hour late. I think since we were late, we lost a little bit of performance, but that's not gonna matter too much. It's going up quite quickly. Let's say rush the code because he's pretty good. Surprisingly, the crunch went smoothly, and Carl even finished a little bit ahead of schedule, which improved their job performance slightly. It's currently 2 p.m. and this is how close he is to the next promotion. He does have to get reasoning up to level 1 though, which I did not do. At the library, you can read skill books, and we read There's a Reason to Reason until he almost got up to to level 1 reasoning, and now we have to make use of the skill before reading more about it to get up to level 1, I guess. So I found the jigsaw puzzle, which is 80 bucks, and then it wouldn't let me put it on the ground, so I had to buy a table, and we'll buy a chair as well. And all that ran about 300 bucks. And there we go. We mix it up and Carl's now solving it. And he got his reasoning almost up to 2 actually after only a couple hours. Carl levels up his reasoning and programming quite a bit, and that's the only 2 skills required to get a bunch of promotions. We fast forward a bit and he's now up to 8, and he's been getting a ton of money from getting promotions, and he's now making 50 bucks an hour. With all his money, he decided to move closer to the library. Here's our original lot. And then we moved up here to the park. One cool thing about the park is people keep coming in here and making food at these grills, or the food keeps magically appearing. I'm not really sure which it is. People might stop making food there because where he lives is not considered a park anymore. The way we changed it is I went back to household selection, went to the park, and we'll just use this one as an example. Click build and then change it from park to residential lot, and we had to do that so Carl could move there. People do keep coming to what they think is a park, I guess, to make food. And like we got these veggie burgers that are going to expire in 7 hours. We're going to put them in the fridge that we just bought, and Carl, thinking that someday there might be a Mrs. Dirt, decided to buy the really nice double bed for $3K. The really nice single bed was only like $6.50 cheaper, so he just decided to splurge on that. The only other thing he bought was this outside shower, which was kind of a bad purchase because it's mounted on the wall and we can't see it unless we put the walls up. Like right now we can't even click on it, so it's kind of annoying. He bought the shower because over at the library where he's about to use the toilet, they don't have any showers, so as long as he has a shower he can use their toilet, and then he can use their computer still for maximal efficiency. That being said, people keep coming up to talk to him every once in a while, and it's really annoying, so I'd like to just buy him his own computer. Carl gets a promotion at work up to level 9, so he's feeling pretty good about himself. And at the library he's doing an expert gaming tournament because he's been leveling up his gaming, and he meets what might be the love of his life. This girl's a fellow introvert just like him, and after asking more about her, finds out that she's likable. Carl's very intrigued because he doesn't understand how an introvert like himself can be likable. He spends all weekend on the computer learning more about Emmy, and eventually finds out it never would have worked between the two because she lives in a different lot. Carl gets another chance at love, as it just so happens the gym instructor is an introvert who also is into computers. After chugging a romanticizing shake, which appears to ensure all his romantic advances are successful, he goes about as far as you can go with someone who doesn't live in the neighborhood. Yep, that's right, the gym instructor also did not live in the neighborhood, and that was it for Carl's adventures. The end.